Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. This is the look of one tired penguin. It's been a very busy, hectic, bit of stressful day. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I wrote on the calendar that it was at 11. At 10, no, 9:50, I get a phone message, like a notification on my phone. Remember, you have a doctor's appointment at 10. I'm like, what? 10? It was a mad dash to get to the doctor's. I called them first and I said, I just realized my appointment is at 10, not 11. I'm 20 minutes away. And at first they were going to reschedule, and then they're like, no, just come. You might have to wait a little bit, but we'll get you in. Thank you. So I just threw stuff together. My hair was still wet. I just put it up in a messy bun. I did brush my teeth. Didn't want to subject them to morning breath. Hurried out the door. Got there, had my doctor's appointment. Then went shopping at 4 different stores. Dropped off papers for recycling at the school. And dropped off an item for a Buy Nothing group. Got home, had lunch, and fell asleep in my chair for almost 2 hours. So, just finished with dinner, trying to get a quick video in that I can edit during Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, and then I can play with yarn. Okay, first, what I've made the past couple days. I was just messing around with the yarn back here, and I found a partial skein of, I think it's Hometown black with a little bit of fleck in it. And I thought, Loaf kitty. He's a chubby little fellow. Now, I don't think I had enough to completely go with the pattern. So when I got like one row past the first set of leg bumps, I weighed how much the front of the cat was. Then I weighed the yarn I had left. This was like 45.3 grams, and I had 60 something grams left. So I was it 20? I don't know the numbers, but I kept weighing the yarn. Like, I think it was 45 and then it was 66. So I'm like, okay, I can use up about 20 grams on this. And then I'll need the remaining 45 to do the decreases and finish up the backside. And I probably could have done one more row, but yay, I won a yarn chicken. The rest of the yarn from this leftover went onto the ball that is for my Mr. Uglies when I make some more Mr. Uglies. Then I freehanded another butter lamb. They still don't have their little ribbons around their neck. They will get them before Street Fest on Saturday. This was the yarn, the yellow was the yarn that I got in a recent yarn gift that had some gunk on the ends of it, and I had to literally cut the little pieces of black out of the yarn and ended up with a dozen tiny little balls of yarn. I'm down to 2 balls of yarn now. Okay, we'll put him with his brother over there. Then I got back to the Mystery Yarn Challenge 724, Christmas in July. I think this was called the Mary Berry Dishcloth from Fiberflux. I had fun with this one. Woo! You know, I've been telling you that I'm working on Greta the hen from the Animal Friends of Peek-a-Pow. And the rows take forever. So in order to avoid working on that, I pulled up the pattern from, there's a free pattern for a little stingray, little stingray on Instagram that is only 5, 6, 7 rows. And I made one in orange. And I made one in pink. And I made one in yellow. And green and red. And then today, I had on my list to take a craft bag with me to the doctor's office, which was made even more important when they said, okay, you can still come in, you might have to wait a while. I wanted to have crafts in case I had to wait. So I just tossed a few little balls of yarn into my bag and a crochet hook. Looked for the scissors, didn't see them. I was like, nope, gotta go, zoom. So I get to the doctor's office, sit down to wait, and I realized I didn't bring the pattern. But since I'd made 4 of them in the past couple of days, I made this one from memory, that one from memory, and then the pink one was also made. This one I had just finished it up and started on the pink when I got called in for the appointment, and I did a little bit of the pink while waiting for the doctor to come into the examining room. Doctor's appointment went fine. You know, he was like, yes, you do need to incorporate diet and exercise into your life, but you know, blood pressure is good. We'll get the blood work. We'll see how that is. You know, you do need to make some changes. And I'm like, yes, I know. I'm a procrastinator. So that's all I've made recently. This yarn is still calling my name for a loaf cat. And there's another skater around here somewhere is calling my name. And speaking of calling my name, after my doctor's appointment, I had a specific route because I needed to go to Office Depot, to turn in cartridges for work and pick up a case of paper. Okay, there was a thrift store between where I was at and where I was going, so I stopped at a thrift store. First thing I picked up was a big thing of plastic Easter eggs, because we love to fill these up for the grandkids. And I have somewhere in the closet, there it is, it's over there, I have a box that says Easter. I'll put them in there, but I'll know where they are. I was saying to my husband at dinner, how come I can memorize the pattern for this and be able to make this from memory after making a few of them, and I could not remember where I put the folder of important papers that I cleaned off the dining room table when we had company? I did find them today. So hopefully within 24 hours I will get the May Monster uploaded to my blog, and then I'll start working on the June Monster. Another thing I saw at this store were big binders. Now, I don't know where I put it. Some of my categories, like cats, dinosaurs, turtles, take more than a 1-inch binder. So these were only 50 cents. So I got 1, 2. Ooh, that one's got a yellow tag, so that one was even less. 3 big binders. They had yarn. This bag looks like it's all cotton, or mostly cotton. So I'm like, okay. Water bottle slings, I can use that. That was $2.50 for that big bag. This bag looks like regular worsted weight. There's purple in there and some browns. And I think that's crochet cotton. I'll probably double it up, use it up. There's a homespun that looks like a nice color for loaf cats. So, yeah. That one was $3. Oh dear. This one, gray, black, worsted weight, $3. The reason I said oh dear is because I bought so much stuff between the yarn and the totes, between the yarn and the notebooks. I bought an orange tote to put it in, and the tote is all dirty in the bottom. I didn't notice that. So I'm gonna have to give this a good scrubbing before I put stuff in it. Although I just had the cashier putting all the yarn in the bags in it, but most of the yarn was in bags. This was not. This is Lion brand. And they put the price tag right over the name. Heartland, I think. It's acrylic. Seems like I've been doing a lot of stuff with gray yarn lately. Possums, whales, and a hometown. Turtles, frogs. So that's it. I also bought myself 2 pairs of pants and a shirt. So it was more than I usually spend on a thrift store run. But I was just, I don't know, I needed a thrift store trip. I haven't been shopping in a thrift store in so long. Just wanted to go do some shopping. So now I will head out to my chair and work on my newest project, which is the Hippy Dippy bag. I don't remember what website it's from, but it's on the playlist for Mystery Yarn Challenge 724. I'm doing it in Christmas colors, and I'm using up it's a yarn eater, which is good because there's yarn to be eaten. I've already finished off, I think, 4 different small balls or skeins of yarn as I'm working on it. And it's going to use up some rather unusual yarns. So, and it's going to be big. I didn't get up from my chair to go find a measuring tape. The bottom of the bag is supposed to be 30 inches. So I did a few, measured it, like, okay, I think that's 20 inches. And then I'm holding up, I think this much of my finger is 1 inch. Okay, it looks like 3 stitches is about 1 inch. So I'm like 21, 22, 23, up to 30. I think the bag's more like 36 inches. So one of my measurements was off. But it's going to be one of my fun little project bags, so it doesn't have to be specific measurements. This whole thing of the Hippy Dippy bag is run with it, play with it, make it whatever you want. So it's going to be very Christmassy and very colorful. That's all I'll say. Show you in a few days. So bye-bye. I'm going to turn off this fan, go out there, turn on another fan, sit in my chair, and do my Monday night TV viewing. Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, then American Ninja Warrior. And since I'm caught up with stuff, hopefully I can make some good progress on projects. Bye-bye.